Jaidev was a poor laborer. His only property was his horse, which he loved very much. And it was also his sole means of livelihood. However, due to debts, he had to mortgage his horse to the miserly Udanka for a few coins. Jaidev worked hard day and night to collect coins. And after a few days, when he had gathered enough coins through his relentless efforts, he happily went to Udanka with the coins to get back his beloved horse.
Take all your coins. Now just return my horse. Where is he? Where is my dear horse? Why can't I see him?
Your horse! How beautiful and lovely it was! I tried my best, but this is all I could save.
What are you saying? And what is this?
Your horse?
What?
Only his tail is left. The rest has been eaten by the wolf. Forgive me. I couldn't save your horse. This tail is what remains of him.
My dear horse.
Now this is called money for money and added interest.
Oh yes, I forgot to mention. This is Veervara, Jaidev's best friend. And quite clever too.
Jaidev, my friend, what happened? Why are you crying?
Veervara, my friend. What should I do? Tell me. My horse. My beloved horse is no more. And I'm so unfortunate that I couldn't even see him properly for the last time.
What? But how? What's this?
My horse's tail.
Tail? And where is the rest of the horse?
The wolf ate him. Only this tail is left. Udanka tried hard, but couldn't save him.
What, that miser Udanka?
Yes, I had mortgaged the horse to him. Now I'm feeling very guilty for mortgaging my poor horse.
To Udanka? And why did the wolf leave just the tail? There must be something fishy. I'm so sorry for your loss, my friend. But don't worry. I will bring you the horse back. This is my promise. Just give me this tail.
Tail? But why? This is the only remaining part of my horse.
Trust me, my friend.
I don't know what you're going to do, but my friend, I have complete trust in you and your intelligence.
I've promised, Jaidev. But where do I start searching for the horse? Who is there? Who is there? Huh? Udanka? Think of the devil, and the devil is here. Udanka? And this horse belongs to Jaidev. My suspicion was correct. But this time, in his greed, he has messed with the wrong person. Hmm? Yes, this idea might work. Oh, come out! Come out! Come on, bring the treasure! Quickly bring the treasure!
Oh, treasure? What did you say? Treasure?
No, I didn't say anything like that.
No, I heard just now. You said Udanka's ears can never be deceived in this matter. Money is honey. And what are you pulling out of the hole?
You're quite clever. Now I have to tell you. My magical horse has entered this hole. And look at his tantrums. He's not ready to come out.
Magical horse? How can a horse be magical, huh?
Yes, it absolutely can happen. Look here, look at his tail. This horse has the unique ability to sniff out treasure from anywhere. It seems there is a big treasure hidden in this hole. So he went inside. Now if he comes out quickly, the treasure will be in my hands. And all my sorrows will be gone.
Treasure! Awesome!
Sir? Sir, do you have a bag?
I do have a bag, but it has a big hole and not useful for anything. But I have a horse. He runs very fast. If you want, you can take my horse to your village and bring a bag. Meanwhile, I'll keep an eye on this treasure. I mean the tail.
Yes, please come here and hold this tail.
Veervara immediately takes Udanka's horse and leaves from there. Udanka mysteriously laughs at him.
He was trying to act clever with me. Now the treasure will be mine, and so will his horse. Money is hard. Oh! What is this? Where is the horse? Where is the treasure? Oh, no! Oh no! This is the same tail. He played my trick on me. He made a fool out of me.
Meanwhile, Veervara goes straight to Jaidev with the horse.
My horse, my dear horse, now I will never let you go away from me again. Thank you, my friend. What would have happened to me if you were not there? You are my true friend. You have the solution for every problem.
No need to say that, friend. Friendship is not just a duty, it's a responsibility. Now take care of your horse, or else I'll take him away with me.
Wait! Prince!
No! I don't want to marry the princess!
If all the princes keep running away like this, I'll leave my kingdom and go somewhere else.
No, father. Don't say that. I'm ready for marriage.
Huh?
But I have one condition.
What condition?
I will marry the one who can take care of my rabbits and feed them for one whole month.
Listen, everyone! Whoever takes care of the princess's rabbits...
And within no time, this news spread like wildfire. Many princes came forward to try their luck by fulfilling the condition.
Give them the rabbits.
The rabbits created such a commotion that within a short time, all the princes left the rabbits there and ran away.
So many princes from different places came, but they could not handle these little rabbits. I don't see anyone far and wide who can complete this task.
Wonderful.
Pardon me, my king. I can fulfill your condition.
Huh?
An ordinary shepherd?
No. What if he fulfills the condition? Will my daughter spend her entire life with him?
As per the announcement, we'll have to hand over the rabbits to him for now.
Ah.
Princess,
Huh?
I have never seen your rabbit so happy. There is definitely something magical in the tunes of that shepherd's flute.
Is it? Well, that's interesting.
Influenced by the commander's words, Princess Tara secretly went to see all this herself. And seeing her rabbit so happy there, she couldn't believe it. Meanwhile, Kirti saw the princess sneaking around. And that's how they meet. And after that, they started meeting every day. As soon as the king gets to know about it, he becomes furious and makes a plan to stop Kirti from fulfilling the condition.
Wow! How beautiful. These rabbits are very adorable.
The king.
Can you give me at least one for my daughter? In return, I'll give you a gold coin.
Yes, why not? But for that, only a gold coin will not work. You will also have to do some other work, just like washing dirty clothes, giving a massage, and also polishing my shoes.
No one seems to be watching. And then, how many clothes and shoes can this shepherd have? I am ready. Oh my God, so much work. You made me do the work of the entire village. At least now give me a rabbit.
Yes, here you go.
Got it.
My king, where is the rabbit?
Here it is.
Wow, my king, you didn't just bring a rabbit, but also solved our problem. Hey, stop!
Oh, what have you done? Stop!
You are very special. The king himself took you on a tour of the palace.
Now it was Queen Ketki's turn to bring the rabbit.
Oh, wow. You play the flute so well. And these rabbits are so cute. I feel like taking them with me. Can I have one of them, please?
Why not? But I have a condition. You have to do some work for me.
I already knew this.
Huh?
Close all the windows and doors of this room. Quickly, do it.
Wow. He was so confident of marrying my daughter. Listen, start preparing for the celebration.
Oh no, why did you open the window?
As soon as 1 month passed, Kirti reached the palace the very next day to marry the princess. Seeing all the rabbits safe, Queen Ketki put forward a strange condition in front of Kirti.
Bring 3 sacks. You don't have to fill them with any objects, but with your own words. Can you do it?
Yes, with your permission, I can certainly try.
Go ahead.
Once upon a time, there was a powerful king whom everyone feared in the kingdom. But one day, an ordinary shepherd made him wash his clothes, massage his dirty feet, and polish his shoes.
Oh no, he knows everything.
The name of that king was...
Stop! It's filled. It's filled. The sack is full.
But there are still 2 more sacks left, my king. Once there lived a very beautiful queen. But one day, listening to an ordinary shepherd, she sewed his torn clothes and trimmed the wool of his sheep. The queen's name was...
Stop it! Stop it!
Enough. It's enough.
Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful princess who fell in love with a shepherd. She used to come to meet him every day on the hill.
It's done. Stop it now. Well done. You have passed this test too. You are blessed with a wealth of wisdom. Undoubtedly. We couldn't find a better match for the princess than you.
Wow, Amma! Kirti was really very smart.
Amma, the king tried hard to break his promise. But you don't do that, please.
I kept my promise by telling you a story.
Amma, you promised to tell us a story in the evening. It's still afternoon. Now you have to tell a story in the evening as well.
Yes.
Now you can't break your promise, Amma.
Okay. I'll tell you a story in the evening too.
Yay!
King Vidyadhar needed a minister for his kingdom. Someone wise who could give him the right advice at the right time.
Listen everyone. Pay attention to the king's command. 4 months from now, those who bring fresh vegetables from their fields and a bowl of intelligence while following their shadows all the way to the palace will be chosen as the minister of the kingdom in the royal palace. Listen, everyone.
Money's honey. I will definitely become the minister.
Come on, let's begin the work to become the minister.
You are right.
While everyone was working in the fields to carry fresh vegetables to the royal palace, Saranga's preparation was different from them. No one could understand what was going on in his mind.
Saranga, we need to take fresh vegetables to the royal palace, not just the soil.
Days and weeks passed. Finally, the morning arrived when everyone had to go to the royal palace with their respective vegetables and fruits.
I will become the minister.
Saranga's preparation was different, and so was his path.
Udanka! Look there! Saranga is going that way!
That path goes through the hills. Even people drain out while walking on that path. How will the vegetable remain fresh?
Oh, so everyone in Vijayanagar wants to become the minister, eh?
Yeah, the fresh vegetables.
Eh?
Look at this!
And this too.
The vegetables are fresh, but you had to come here while chasing your shadow. Didn't you hear the announcement?
Everyone thought that by simply bringing fresh vegetables, they would become ministers. That's why no one bothered about the condition of the shadow in the announcement.
Yeah.
Saranga was intelligent. Upon hearing the condition that one must come chasing his shadow, he understood that the king wanted them to enter through the western gate of the palace. On that path, the sun rays fall on the backside of the people, thus creating their shadows in front of them.
Mungi, look there. The king has asked for fresh vegetables, but he's just carrying soil.
He can't be so foolish. I am sure he has found a way to carry fresh vegetables to the palace.
You mean he will become the minister?
No. By looting his vegetables, we will become ministers. And then there will be no need to steal forever. Hey you! Whatever vegetables you are taking to the palace, hand them over to us. Otherwise...
Yes, sir. I will do right away. Here it is. You should open it only in front of the king. If opened earlier, the air might spoil the vegetables.
Oh yes, we get your point.
Chungi and Mungi had reached the king with the box given by Saranga.
Hail to the king! Greetings.
Wow, you came here while following your shadow. But where are your vegetables?
My king, I don't think he has them. Please take a look at my fresh vegetables. After becoming a minister, I will handle people like him who waste your time.
Okay then. Let me have a look at your vegetables. Huh?
A letter? Where are the vegetables?
Accept our greetings, King. We are thieves, tempted by the desire to become minister, we stole. For this, we should be punished. Arrest them and put them in jail.
As I had mentioned earlier, Saranga was intelligent, and now it was his turn to prove it. So the villagers who thought Saranga was just carrying soil were mistaken. In reality, it wasn't just soil. It contained vegetables and carrots that he had grown in the bullock cart over the past few weeks. He planned to ensure that the fresh vegetables reached King Vidyadhar.
Well done. You must have also bought that bowl filled with intelligence.
Yes, my king. My king, there is intelligence in it, but you will have to extract it without breaking the pot.
The pumpkin that Saranga had placed in the pot had grown as big as the pot itself over these days with the help of the manure and water. Without breaking the pot, it would be impossible to take it out. But he wanted to test Saranga further.
Your intelligence and cleverness are admirable, Saranga. Now tell me, if we have to choose one of these 3 dolls for the royal court, which one would it be?
I will need 3 wires, my king.
Sure. Hey, what he's doing?
This doll is the best for royal court, my king. Because if a secret is spoken into the ears of the first doll, without understanding its significance, it will let it out from the other ear. If the secret is spoken into the ears of the second doll, it will speak it to someone else. But whatever is spoken into the ears of the third doll will remain a secret only.
Wow, well done. Just one final question.
The king showed 3 rings to Saranga and asked, suppose the red ring empowers the wearer to devise plans, the green one grants the ability to implement plans in normal situations, and the blue one gives the power to execute plans in difficult circumstances. Who should wear which ring in this royal court?
My king, you should wear the red ring because the plan is made by the king. The green ring should be for your minister so that he can implement plans in normal situations. And the blue ring should be worn by the commander so that he can execute your plans in any difficult circumstances.
Well done. You are really intelligent, Saranga.
My king.
And thus, with his wisdom, Saranga became the minister of Vijayanagar and worked for years for the welfare of his kingdom and people. So you need not take any tension.
Yes, without taking tension, Saranga thoughtfully gave all the answers during the time of the test.
Yes, and you are a talented dancer. Then what's there to worry about?
Now I will perform without any tension. Thank you, Sudha.
This is the story of 2 completely different individuals from Vijayanagar. One was Udanka, a wealthy merchant whose house was overflowing with sacks of grains every day. On the other hand, there was Babban, a poor man whose house had nothing but empty sacks, utensils, and a sense of emptiness. Babban approached Udanka for help.
I don't have a single grain of food at home. Can I get a sack of grains, please?
I won't give you a single grain of food until you settle the previous debt. Money is honey. I don't understand where they come from. Now go away.
This village now has neither any employment nor anyone willing to help.
Why would you go to the city alone for the entire family? We will go together and work hard as a team. Understood? So it's decided then. We won't let you work alone. Let's join hands.
Yes, you're right, my son.
Babban's family knew how to stay united in every situation. And that was the strength of his family. The very next morning, Babban and his entire family set out for the city.
You stop that. There is a dense forest ahead, and night is about to fall. Where are you going?
We are going to the city. We'll rest for the night ahead.
All right, but be careful while going. A thief just escaped from our custody a while ago.
But we don't have anything that's worth stealing. So you please don't worry. I will take your leave. Hey! This place seems right. This place is perfect for our night halt. Okay? You all clean the area under the tree properly.
All right then.
Brother, I will also help you with this.
Nirmala, you fill the water.
All right.
You all arrange for the fire. Okay, I will go get some dry wood.
Under
right,
the
Father.
tree, everyone was engaged in their preparations. And on top of that tree, Mungi was sitting with the stolen coins.
Oh no, where did these people come from? That was close.
The preparations for the night halt are done, but there is nothing to eat.
Don't you worry, Nirmala. The one sitting above is watching everything. He will definitely help us.
But who is above besides me? I hope they didn't figure out that I'm the one sitting above.
And what if he doesn't help us?
Other than this, we have no other option. If he doesn't help us, we will hold on to his feet and we won't let go until he helps us. Keep that rope here. It will be useful for time.
All right.
Sometimes he says he'll hold on to my feet and won't let me go. And at other times he says he'll tie me up. It seems like these people are the king's men. The way they coordinate suggests that if they catch me, I won't be able to escape. It's better that you flee from here, Mungi.
Coins!
That too golden coins.
God has helped us!
This will make our life better.
You are right, brother.
We will sleep early. We need to leave from here early tomorrow morning. Not for the city, but for our village.
They must have come back to ask for a loan and ruin my entire day. Money is honey.
Today, I haven't come to ask for a loan, but to repay them. If you don't want it now, I will come back later.
What are you saying? Hey, come inside. Money is honey.
Here are your remaining coins. And in exchange for these coins, please keep sacks of grains in my cart.
Until yesterday, you couldn't even repay your loan. But today, along with repaying the loan, you come to buy grains as well. Did you people commit some robbery overnight? Money is honey.
No, sir. It happened like this.
Greedy Udanka, having heard the story of Baban's coins, planned to act out the same story under that tree. But more people were needed to show off. So he thought of repeating the same incident that happened to Baban by luring his customers with a few coins. The next morning, he also took his belongings and headed towards the same tree where the thief Mungi was already sitting and searching for his lost bag.
Oh no, my bag of coins! All the hard work from so many days has gone to waste.
We have found the place. Unload the goods. Listen, you bring water from the pond and you go and cut some wood and bring it.
And
what are you
planning to do? Just rest.
Don't argue with me. Just focus on your work. And yes, come back quickly. It's just a matter of a few moments now. Ow! Here's your water. Shh. Do one more thing.
Which task is left now?
You fools, start asking questions. I gave you coins for this work.
Oh yes, all the preparations for the night halt are done. But there is nothing to eat.
Don't worry. The one sitting above watching everything will help us now. Money is honey.
I have heard these words before.
But how will he help us, huh?
We are all together, and now he has no other choice but to come and help us.
If the chief's words are not being heard by his own people, why will the one sitting above hear them? Come on, Mungi. It's time to make up for the lost coins.
What are you doing? Don't do this. I have saved these coins one by one with my hard work.
Shut up! When I decide to steal, I don't leave anything. Keep all the goods in the cart quickly.
I came here to earn, but I lost what I had earned earlier.
If we work together as a team, no task is difficult. Understand, children?
You are right, Amma. Now let us show you by doing this.
We have done it!
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.